now. Every color bleeds into the same. 'Cause before you go and walk away, yeah, you better know where you're going. Hey, yeah, yeah. You're a wanderer just like me. Hey, yeah, yeah, you better know where you're going. I've been painting every fence I know. Every color bleeds into the same. 'Cause before you go and walk away, yeah, you better know where you're going. Hey, yeah. You're a wanderer just like me. Hey, yeah, you better know where you're going. Just like me. Yeah, you better know where you're going. Yeah, you better know where you're going.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of
We welcome you to Akron, Ohio, specifically Joseph B. Yost Stadium on the campus of Akron Ellet Community Learning Center, where tonight the 8-2, 6-seeded Akron East Dragons will host your 8-2, 11-seeded Benedictine Bengals in the first round of the OHSAA Division III Region 9 playoffs. The winner of this game will take on 3-seeded Hawken next week. Even the ghost of Gridiron Pass won't be missing this one, so you shouldn't either. Grab your pumpkins, candy, and costumes and settle in, because we've got Halloween playoff football beginning now here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. And we welcome you up inside the broadcast booth here at Ellet CLC. Alongside Luca Bucci, I'm Patrick Lloyd. So excited to be joining you here for the first round of the playoffs on the road in Akron. Luca?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a cold one here.
Yeah,
it feels like Halloween. We got to talk to a couple guys on the sideline. A little chilly, really windy. So we'll see if that plays into how the Bengals will game plan.
The Bengals got a big win last week on senior night, hoping to take that momentum into this week. Let's take a look at some of the Bengals' key players. First, it's Jonathan Spikes. Spikes has been great on both sides of the ball, Luca. He has 25 catches for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns on offense. And then we also have to look on defense. 19 solo tackles. That's tied for the team lead, I believe, with Will Eschke. And then 62 total tackles leads the team.
Yeah, he's been the Bengals' most consistent player by far, most reliable. They really got to get him involved offensively.
We also have to look into Will Eschke. We just mentioned him. Defensively has been so good, and somebody who didn't even know if he was going to continue playing football after freshman year. He stepped into a huge role for Benedictine. Also 19 solo tackles for 54 total. He's been so reliable on defense.
He's been great. He's been great in in the pass game, and he's been great in the run game. And, the pressure that he brings to the quarterback is really something, Pat.
Also, Sean O'Connell defensively. Can't forget him, but he's also been playing a little bit on both sides of the ball this year.
Yeah.
We saw him offensively. He had a touchdown a couple of weeks ago, and then, again, so reliable on defense, and that's just a guy that you can rely on, obviously, over and over again. Key guy for Benedictine.
Yeah, he's been probably their, he has been their most reliable
over the last
D-lineman.
couple of years.
Yeah, and a big player out this week is Tyrell O'Neal. He hasn't played the last 2 weeks. He's nursing an injury. I'm not sure when he'll come back, but Sean O'Connell really has to get to the quarterback tonight and make pressure. They're going to game plan for him, maybe double team, get some chips. Somebody else is going to have to get to the quarterback tonight.
Then we have to look into our running back room, and these 3 guys have been so vital for the Bengals offensively. They love to run the ball. Caden Forte this season has led the running back room. The sophomore has 139 carries for 736 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's double what the other two, that's double what Corday Blair has. Blair, 85 carries for 439 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then Earl Jackson, who has stepped up in the absence of both Blair and Forte, with 43 carries for 240 yards and 5 touchdowns. So all 3 of these guys have been so reliable for Benedictine, key guys, and you have to incorporate, you got to think all 3 of them. Yeah. Tonight against a very good Akron East team who has played a good schedule. They won the Akron City Series. They went 5-0 against opponents there. So let's
Pat, a little interestingly enough, we kind of talked about this in the pregame, but, Corday Blair really was the guy that we thought was going to get the bulk of the carries. And I'll tell you what, Caden Forte has been absolutely, great in the pass game, the run game. We saw him return a kick last week. He's really going to be a key player on this offense because Antoine Smith and Xander Smith are out this week as wide receivers. And, you really got to find a guy that's going to come through. I think Spikes and Caden Forte are really going to be key players.
So let's look into this bracket now for Division III Region 9. Obviously, we've got Benedictine and Akron East playing tonight from Ellet Community Learning Center, the home field for East Ellet, one of those opponents in the Akron City Series. A lot of good games around this region tonight. We've got Kenston and Madison at Bomber Stadium. That's a great game. And then, so the winner of that game goes on to play Canfield next week. Charlotte and Maple Heights on to play VASJ. That's a tough team. I believe those games are going to be played at Gilmore since Gutbrod Field at VASJ under construction. And then Alliance in Geneva. That's a good one from Mount Union University tonight. They'll go on, the winner of that game, to play CVCA. Obviously, the winner of this game will head to Hawken next week, and that's a good matchup as well. Hawken had a tough 55-10 loss to Perry last week, so they're coming off of a big loss to finish the season, and I think there's an opportunity for whoever comes out of this game to win that one.
Well, yeah, and Pat, you got to really like Benedictine's path in. Obviously, playing CVCA, there's a really tough team, but if you could get past this round and you get past Hawk and you gain some momentum, and you kind of like your chances against a team like CVCA, who's going to be cold for a couple weeks. Obviously they have a pretty easy route into that semifinal game, so it'll be interesting to see because each team is going to gain momentum, from the next two games.
So just again, a look around Region 9 tonight. Kenston and Madison playing at Kenston Bomber Stadium. Chardon has a home game. Beautiful field out there at Chardon. They're playing Maple Heights, who had a big win against Gilmore Academy at the end of the regular season. Alliance, who's been very solid all year, is taking on Geneva. They're at home at Mount Union. And then obviously Akron East and Benedictine here at Ellet. Well, Luca, we thought that the weather might be an issue tonight. It is cold, but the rain has held off, which is good because, as we can remember, the Bengals struggled in the rain last year.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time the Bengals won in the rain, to be totally honest with you. You go back to the St. Francis game, and, the offense really has changed since then. Obviously, First is not starting anymore. Chris Maloney obviously not around anymore. So that kind of changes too, but I'd really be interested to see how Icampa plays tonight. We'll see. We see a lot of flashes where he looks really, really good. Where, he's making great throws down the field, and then we see some plays where, it's almost miscommunication, it looks like, and not really on the same page with some of his receivers. And I'll tell you what, he really has not looked bad, but I think it's a little extra push because, to get deep in the playoffs, you have to have some offense.
That's right.
Obviously they say defense wins championships, but, you can't win a game with 0 points.
But the Bengals defense has given them chances in a lot of games, and it actually has won them a lot of games. You think about Padua, the Bengals only scored 7 points. They were able to come out on top in that one. That was huge. Other games, Lake Catholic, without the defense, that game's not even close. The Bengals don't even have a chance. So the defense obviously has to continue what they've been doing. Got to get some offense going, though. It's playoff time. Akron East is going to come out here. They're going to be a good football team sitting at 8-2, a good regular season. Their losses both were almost blowouts to Akron Hoban, who obviously is super good, and then Nordonia, who's very solid as well. So 2 solid losses. Bengals with 2 solid losses, too. Lake Catholic is solid, and VASJ. So it's going to be interesting and even a proving point in Week 11 for both of these teams.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Pat. And, back to sort of the offense, you got to get Icampa in a rhythm. Too many times we see him just kind of launch the ball deep, and then a penalty comes back, and then it's, second down, and you're trying to, make up time, basically. You got to stay on time, get the 4-yard gain on first down, set him up nicely, and, got to get him in a groove. Maybe that's just mesh concepts, getting, runners across his face, really easy throws. Really liked what they did with John Jones last week with the curls, giving, if they're giving you the cushion like that, 5 yards of separation, and, a lot of these wide receivers have really good run after the catch ability.
And obviously we talked about some injuries tonight. Antoine Smith is out, O'Neal is out, and a couple of other guys. So we're going to send it down to the field real quick. We're going to have our national anthem, then we'll bring it back up here, and then we've almost got game time on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Gentlemen, remove their caps. Police officers in uniform and veterans may salute the flag as the East Community Learning Center band plays our national anthem.
Okay, so like we were saying right before the national anthem, injuries tonight. Some other guys are going to have to step up. Dontrell Wilson, Sonny Arietta in the spot of Tyrell O'Neal. Obviously, some of the other wide receivers, Tremel Reese will have to play a big impact, but we have confidence that he'll be able to do that tonight.
Yep, for sure, Pat. I definitely agree. I mean, see the flashes, obviously a couple of huge gains. Think back to the Ignatius game.
Absolutely.
Even think back to last week when he had the big 30-yard touchdown. Really like his ability, and we'll see how they could utilize him. Super fast kid, athletic, and really be interested. I mean, if he has a breakout game, you feel really confident going into next week with all your full, you would hope your full strength, but you feel really confident going into that game, especially if you get some of these guys that aren't really going.
That's right. All right, we've got Halloween playoff football, and it's all coming up next right here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
We need to be ready for anything, okay? We need to be ready for boots. We need to be ready for a chip. We need to be ready for that kickball team. Key word is ready. We are ready. We stay ready. We don't have to get ready. You are ready. Why? Because we can. Coach Beverly said it best. We can. We got it in us. We got it before. We'll do it again.
Student section getting loud. Campo throws on the run again, and he's got Jonathan Spikes again, running down the near sideline, inside the 5, first and goal.
Do not give them anything, and take everything. Don't give them an inch. Don't give them an inch to breathe, an inch to run, an inch to hide. Take that fight for you.
The snap. Campo to throw on the first play of the game. He's going over the middle. He's got Tremel Reese. It's caught. He has space. Reese to the 20, 10. Get the block. Touchdown. Oh my God. Let's go.
Oh, Ryan Campos looks deep. He's got the interception, and it's caught. Past the 30. Bengals sprinting down the field. 59 seconds left.
Snap and a handoff. O'Connell's in there.
Yes, John Jones, what a nice catch. First down.
Jones, the Bengals with a huge score here.
The man over the middle. It's Luke Carlton. Touchdown, Benedictine.
And the Bengals are led by Evans and O'Connell.
It's picked off!
Drops it in the bucket, touchdown, and one pick.
Come out, play every play, win every rep. Win every rep. If we do that after 48 minutes, we're going to be where we need to be. You understand?
Forte up the middle, touchdown! What a nice run! It's Earl Jackson who takes it to the house! See you later! The ball loose! The Bengals ball on it! How about that? Look at him. Micah Smith, pressure in the pocket again, he's sacked! Tyrell O'Neal. And he's going to be taken down. Will Eschke with a big tackle. Donnelly's going to get him. Kellen Donnelly. And there it is.
Let's go get it done, fellas. Let's get it done.
We welcome you back to Ellet Community Learning Center. Once again, alongside Luca Bucci, I'm Patrick Lloyd. We've got our first round playoff matchup coming at you live here. 2 8-2 teams. This is looking to be a good matchup, Luca.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Pat. I think, when you look at last week, the Bengals obviously didn't play a great game. They kind of just snuck by. But, you really have to have a good effort coming into the playoffs. And, you got to figure some things out offensively. We've been talking about it all year, but really like to see Campo get in a groove. I feel like we kind of say this every week, but
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there has been definitely games where he's shown that he could, you know, be a great quarterback. He has all the tools to do it, and just feels like we're one game away from him really having a huge game.
We still wait for both squads to come out onto the field. Pretty sizable crowd for the Benedictine fan base tonight at least. Can't see what's going on below us here, though. We are on the Akron East side.
And the Benedictine band just arriving, I believe.
Really?
That's them right there.
Wow. Okay. We throw back to the playoffs last year. The Bengals took care of business, really, in the first 2 rounds without a problem at all.
Yeah.
They took down
Defiance.
Tiffin Columbian and Defiance. And then it came to the last game against Padua.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it.
And so I thought we were having some audio issues. Apologies if I'm wrong. Obviously, last game against Padua, the Bengals struggled, and they were just playing from behind pretty much the entire game, and they ended up falling to the Bruins.
Yeah.
42-28. So hoping for a longer playoff run this year, but it all begins tonight. You got to take it one opponent at a time before you're even looking at Hawken.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Pat, but
Let's hear it for your East Dragons!
And here come the East Dragons.
and they really don't have a huge team, Pat. I mean,
No, it's not at all.
we and you were down on the sideline like we are every week, and they really not have too many kids, so we'll see that how that kind of factors in. It is to my understanding that they do have a lot of kids out tonight. I'm not sure exactly who. I didn't get the injury report to that aspect, but I do know that they are out. Their best offensive linemen and then a couple skill position players as the Bengals are poised to come out.
Walking along the far side, and we are so excited to be here in Akron tonight. I know there was a lot of everybody talking throughout the week. Will there be a stream? Well, here we are. And we thank Akron East and Akron Ellet for their hospitality at the stadium this evening.
For sure.
Anyone else hearing that? I can't keep having it. I gotta make sure everybody's plugged in. And here come the Benedictine Bengals. Ready for some playoff football. Bengals are in their white jerseys over navy blue pants, Columbia blue lettering, and navy blue trim. Akron East wearing all black, black jerseys with black pants, red lettering, and white trim. Akron East is going to kick the football to get this game underway.
And we've seen explosive starts from the Bengals, so we'll see if that kind of continues.
We've seen a couple kickoff returns.
If we don't see that, though, Pat.
Oh, my bad.
I would like to see the Bengals kind of get a groove on offense going, establish the run. I would assume that we'll, a little bit of a blaring question on the offensive line. Shepard Charlton and Anthony Vittantonio, we'll see what kind of if they'll play Shepard at the center position.
Anthony, we talked to Coach Preves yesterday. Vittantonio is scheduled. I guess they're planning to start him at center, and then we'll go from there. Pazmino was hoping to play, but I don't know if he actually is.
He
we'll see.
was nursing a foot injury.
Okay.
He really couldn't. His ankle, really running, was bothering him a ton. But yeah.
And we are underway. A little bit of a squib kick here to get this game started. Bengals have some trouble with it. Forte picks it up, trying to get out of there, and he's going to be taken down at the 20-yard line, and that's a good job by Buchtel. I am all over the place. Akron East, and it'll be Bengal football at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
interestingly enough, Pat, watching the kicker in warm-ups, really not getting the ball, far off the ground too much. So we'll see how that affects their special teams play, if they'll go for two more often than not, or if they will, kick a lot of field goals, which I wouldn't expect them to.
So it's Gio Iacampo in shotgun formation. He's got Caden Forte in the backfield. He motions him to his left. One wide receiver down low. Iacampo's going to throw on the first play. It is complete to Tremel Reese, and he's going to be down after a pickup of about 3, second down.
And we haven't really called his name a ton this year, Pat, but Jeremiah Krieger, he was out for a while with an illness, and now he's back tonight. He's been back the last couple weeks, but we haven't really seen him on offense. He's more played defense, and now he's going to get a shot at wide receiver with so many guys being out.
Iacampo in the shotgun again. It's Forte in the backfield again. This time 2 wide receivers down low. Motion from Shea. Handoff this time to Caden Forte. That's a good run, and he's got a Benedictine first down.
And that's a nice run there. It's kind of a, it's not too crazy of a concept, but it's almost like a little bit of a counter in between the tackle and the guard. They do a nice job of blocking. Pat Shea checking into the game at tight end. And, it would be interesting to see how much they use Jonathan Spikes. He was nursing a wrist injury throughout the week, so I think he'll be more so a critical down type of guy tonight.
It's motion from Shea again, but we have flags coming in, and I believe the Bengals jump, so that's going to push them back and make it 1st and 15.
And we've seen this a lot this year so far, Pat, where, the Bengals are really getting behind schedule on first down, and, even though, it's tough to sort of make up that, you can't have the mentality that you want to get it all back in one play. Obviously the game plan does change a little bit, but not so drastically because, 2 incomplete passes put you at 3rd and 15, and that really sets you back.
This time Iacampo's under center. Motion from Pat Shea again, and we have another flag.
Wow.
And it's another false start against Benedictine. So now they're starting 1st and 20.
And I'm not sure it's something to do with timing-wise, but it seems like every single time Shea comes into motion, somebody's jumping or somebody's, pushing a little bit. But
so now the Bengals with a 1st and 20 after back-to-back false start penalties. Iacampo under center again. It's Forte in the backfield, 2 wide receivers down low. One up top, motion from Pat Shea again. This time they get the playoff. It's going to be a handoff with Caden Forte. He has a hole, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 10 yards, 2nd down.
that's a really nice way to just get, your penalty yardage back, setting you up for 2nd and 10. And now this is a heck of a lot more manageable. Now this is kind of a tough play call, 2nd and 10, because if you want to run the ball, you can, but kind of have to be a little cautious, especially this early in the game, trying to throw the ball down the field. It would be a little bit uncomfortable, especially with Iacampo's inexperience in the playoffs.
He's going to bring Caden Forte to his right. Iacampo to throw. Looks. He's trying for Jeremiah Krieger, but it's overthrown. Now that'll set up 3rd and 9.
And again, kind of miscommunication there. Ball was really not anywhere near him, and that, kind of, you see a lot of sort of chemistry with him and Antoine Smith, and even him and Xander Smith, where he's throwing the ball before they're even coming out of their break. And, it's, you kind of see playing with a guy for so long, like, obviously Iacampo's been playing with Antoine Smith since freshman year. And, they have good chemistry, and he knows where he's going to come out of his break, how he's going to turn, stuff like that. You really don't have that sort of chemistry with Krieger just because they really haven't played together all that much.
Trips on the near side. Iacampo looking towards this near side to throw, and he throws a pick. A flag does come in. It was picked off by number 4, Levant Bratton. And so we'll wait and see what the flag is before we make a final ruling here.
I believe it's going to be pass interference on East. So Bengals catch a break there. But
Yes, they do.
I'll tell you what, Pat, he did have a guy up the seam, and he kind of threw it into double coverage there. And so
Are they just going to make it third?
no, it should be first down.
Oh, here we go.
It should.
Refs figuring it out.
Yeah, it should be a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be an automatic first down for Benedictine. Talk about catching a break.
Yeah, you obviously kind of have a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Because it's, instead of a turnover, it's a first down. But you got to kind of settle in if you're the offense, because it's 2 errant throws that really, it's almost knocking Gio out of a groove, if anything.
All right, Campo under center, motion from Jonathan Spikes. The snap, it's going to be another handoff to Caden Forte. He has a little bit of a seam up the middle. He's got about 9 yards. He's going to be just short of the first down.
And the Bengals so far doing a really nice job running the ball. They're not trying to get too cute. I mean, that's pretty much just a halfback dive up the gut. Really nice blocking. And, the Bengals all season long, especially Charmley, you look at Max, Lozier, and Shepard Charlton has done a heck of a job of this. So they really do a nice job of getting to the second level. Braylon Rose, obviously, too. Just getting to the second level.
Oh, trouble with the snap. Campo able to recover. He's actually going to lose yardage here. And that'll make it 3rd and about 6. He was able to pick it up. It looked like he might try and throw, but just kind of ran nowhere, and he was sacked. So 3rd and 5 is the final ruling here.
And we've seen this a ton this season with offensive miscues from the snap. And, we saw in the VASJ game a ton of turnovers really cost the Bengals. And, the Bengals are doing a nice job of running the ball, so you can fall back on that a tad here because it is 3rd and manageable, and you could possibly go for it on 4th down. But Bengals definitely catching 2 breaks so far.
Campo under center. It's Forte in the backfield. It's going to be motion now from Sonny Arrieta. Handoff goes to Caden Forte, and he's going to get the first down. Past the 35 to about the 33, and that's a nice run from Caden Forte, and he's getting things going for Benedictine here early.
And it's super important, and, the Bengals offense really does well when the run game is buzzing. And, you could really time out here, Pat, but, like I was saying, you could fall back on the run game, especially if the pass game is not clicking the way you want it to. And establishing the run doesn't just mean you run the ball every time. It really opens up the pass. You could start doing play action, which is Campo's specialty, in my opinion. He does a really nice job of rolling out bootlegs, and it opens a ton up. But Pat, are you hungry? Let's talk about Pizzazz Pizza.
All right.
Order from Pizzazz, located just 2 minutes away from Don Shula Stadium. You could order the pizza by going to www.pizzazzpizza.com or call 216-321-7272 to order today. Again, that's 216-321-7272. Pizzazz Pizza, proud sponsor of Benedictine Athletics. Stole your line there, Pat.
Yeah, you did. And I was a little confused when you said you're hungry at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got it.
I set it up pretty good, huh?
There you go. Okay, fresh set of downs for Benedictine now into Dragon territory. It's Campo under center. Forte in the backfield again. The snap and a handoff again to Caden Forte. Bouncing off some blocks. He's got another first down.
The Bengals are really just imposing their will on the offensive line. Doing a really nice job pushing the pile. Sonny Arrieta, we haven't seen him a ton. We got a replay on this. Sort of almost a half Z shuffle. Get the guy out. Again, really opening blocks up. And Forte, really nice patience there, not to just run into the guy. Let the play sort of progress. And another first down. And this is where you could go play action here, Pat. Just inside the red zone.
It's Arrieta in motion again. Campo's going to hand it off to Forte. And he's going to get not too far here, and that'll make it 2nd down. But the Bengals are already in field goal range.
Yeah, I would say so, Pat. Like I was saying, you could kind of mix it up here if you want. But I don't think there's a reason, really, to sort of get too fancy, especially when you're in the red zone like this. In past weeks, the Bengals turned the ball over a ton against VASJ in the red zone, and sort of missed opportunities have been the story so far this season. But on the goal line, they've been great, with that sort of tight end flat route and the QB sneak.
Motion from Marietta again. Iacampo hands it off to Forte again. East has an answer once again, although still on his feet somehow. He's probably going to get 3 yards here, setting up a third and manageable. You may notice our angle tonight is a little bit lower than usual. It's because we very small balcony here at Ellet, and Akron Public Schools is also doing a stream tonight. So definitely a lot of hype around this game. Everybody wants to be here covering it.
Yeah, for sure, Pat. Kind of.
And Halloween. Interesting that it lined up that way, so I know a lot of people are probably at home tuning in. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope to bring you a Bengals winner. Iacampo under center on 3rd and 6. Forte in the backfield. It's Jeremiah Krieger lined up on the near side. Motion from Jonathan Spikes. East wanted a penalty. It's going to be another handoff to Caden Forte. He is going to be short of the marker this time, and it's decision time for Benedictine. It's going to be 4th and 5. And they're going to try a field goal with Nate Majors.
Maybe a little too predictable there, Pat. A ton of runs in a row. And, you really had the opportunity on 1st and 2nd down to sort of open up the pass game with, play action. They just didn't. But, hopefully you just take your points here. Snap back.
31-yard attempt is up, and it's going to be no good. So we will remain deadlocked at 0.
And I don't know if that was blocked at the line, Pat, but that really did not come off.
Yeah, something must have gotten messed up in the works there. So, but you just got to take into perspective, Nate Majors has been so reliable for Benedictine this season.
Yeah.
So you can't even be too mad. Even if it is on him, and we don't know for sure, but
and we'll see if Micah Smith can make an impact in this game with Tyrell O'Neal out. You would hope that he kind of can replicate the game that he had against NDCL.
Absolutely.
They are a pretty pass-heavy team, to my understanding, so I don't know how much of Gabe Dolan we're going to see tonight.
Quarterback is number 2, Martin Engram. He's going to hand the first snap off, and that's a good run on 1st down. Spinning out of it, space towards the near side, eventually taken down by Jonathan Spikes, but I believe East. Oh, they're going to be just short of the 1st down, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
And, that's a really nice run there.
We'll look at it again.
It sort of bounces off a bunch of people here. 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackles, 3 broken tackles.
Yeah.
And he finally gets wrapped up. A lot of different defensive sets I think we're going to see tonight, sort of trying to neutralize this offense and eliminate the big play, which has really been an issue for the Bengal defense.
We have whistles. A flag comes in. We have a false start against the Dragons, so that's going to make it 2nd and 11.
2nd and 5.
Or, yeah, sorry.
Or
2nd and 6. It already changed, so I did an extra 5. 2nd and 6. Timeout Akron East.
Is that their second?
No, that is their
first
first.
timeout?
So now 2 left for Akron East, 2 left for Benedictine. Although now the scoreboard says 1 for Benedictine and 3 for Akron East, so...
It could be.
It could be that. We'll follow that. So it's 3 timeouts for Akron East and 1 for Benedictine. Our open house is this Sunday, Luca. Our open house this Sunday, November 2nd. The event begins with Mass at 10 a.m. in the Abbey Chapel, followed by the open house at 11. Come see all Benedictine has to offer. I still believe there's time to register. Please come out and see Benedictine.
Yeah.
Engram in shotgun formation again. motion here from Jefferson, and another flag comes in.
I mean, we've seen a ton of pre-snap.
False start against Akron East again. So that'll make it 2nd and 11.
I mean, like we were saying, Pat. I mean, a ton of miscues before the snap for Benedictine and Akron East.
Yes.
I mean, and now they're from 2nd and 1, kind of pushed back a lot now.
And there might have been offsetting penalties because it still says 2nd and 6.
And they are about at 2nd and 6, Pat.
Yeah, so I guess it'll stay 2nd and 6. Quarterback in the shotgun again. He's going to hand it off once again, but he's going to be dragged to the ground by Sean O'Connell, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's a nice job of getting 3rd down early and,
Yes.
on the first, first sort of chance we see from Akron East. They're already facing a 3rd down. And it would be huge to get off the field and sort of back up your offense, kind of just start over fresh slate.
So it's Engram in the shotgun again. The running back number 6, Lawrence Cherry Jr. to his right. And Jefferson to his left. Lots of movement. Another flag comes in. False start against Akron East.
Wow.
So that'll make it 3rd and 8. And you got to wonder, they've got to figure that out soon or else they're going to be putting themselves at a serious disadvantage all game.
Yeah, and it looked like the quarterback and both guys they had in the shotgun both moved. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
Third and 8. To throw. They go over the middle and off the hands. It was intended for Emmanuel Jefferson, but it's incomplete. Would have gotten them the 1st down, but that'll set up 4th and 8, and Akron East is going to have to punt.
That's really nice coverage there on the play by Antoine Livingston, I believe. And, the Bengals really have to do a nice job. Obviously, missing Antoine Smith is a tough blow. And, really nice job by the defense just to get off the field there.
Punting for East is going to be number 21, Terrell Wharton Jr. And a rough punt. That's not even going to get to the 50.
And the Bengals touched it.
Did they? I think it was touched by East. I'm not sure the Bengals. Oh, wow. So the Bengals touch the football, and the Dragons recover it. It's going to be a 1st down for Akron East.
And that really just can't happen, especially on a punt like that where they
You're
didn't even
already
go
set up.
30
Yeah,
yards.
just let it go where it's going to go at that point. So now it's going to be up to the Bengals defense to get another stop. Engram hands it off, and another run. And this is a good run towards this near side. They're going to get about 7 yards on the run with Lawrence Cherry. 2nd down. And 2nd and 3.
And all things considered, Akron East has done a nice job so far running the football.
Yeah. They're tough to bring down.
Allen really just sort of really has a running back build, sort of shorter guy, really good, leverage and center to the ground, if you will.
Engram in the shotgun, Cherry to his left, the snap to throw towards the near side. It's complete. They're going to go towards the sideline. I believe they're going to get the 1st down with Terrell Wharton, and they're going to move the sticks. First and 10 with just under 2 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. Still no points on the scoreboard. The Bengals missed a field goal on their first drive and then fumbled the punt recovery, giving Akron East the football back. Ingram in the shotgun again. The snap. It's going to be a handoff this time to number 1. That's Jefferson, and he picks up about 3 yards, second down.
And the play calling for Akron East so far has been super creative. You have this the bubble screen out here, and you got blockers out in front, and then you put your wide receiver in motion, put him in the backfield and shotgun behind your quarterback, and you're kind of as a defense, you're not really looking for that. So.
Second and 7. Now Martin Ingram alone in the backfield. He'll bring Cherry to his left now. The snap, they're going to hand it off to Cherry, and almost taken down, but he is going to hit this near side. They are going to be short of the first on the run with Cherry. It's going to be 3rd and 2. And that was a nice run, almost taken down at first, but he's able to just stay on his feet.
And the Bengals are having a really hard time bringing him down and stopping the run. And that's kind of where O'Neal is so valuable, just because he does such a nice job. Everybody's kind of trying to neutralize him, if you will. And sort of what we see from Spikes, that's, a lot of Eschke's success is contributed to how much attention they're putting on Spikes.
Last play of the first quarter, dragged down, but there is a flag on the play. I believe that's going to be a horse collar.
I believe you're right.
There's 1 second left here.
And that's just a basic QB drop the middle. It'll be a face mask.
Oh, it'll be a face mask. So it's going to be an automatic first down for Akron East with 1 second left here.
That should take us down to the
Yep, they are just going to run the clock out. So that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Your score from Ellet, 0-0. We'll be right back. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. We welcome you back to Yost Stadium here at Ellet CLC, where at the beginning of the second quarter there is no score, but the Dragons are knocking on the doorstep. Well, Luca, we don't know how good Akron East's kicker is, but they are in range, and hopefully the Bengals defense can hold them to a minimum of 3.
And the Bengals' red zone defense has been very good this year. But with the running game so far for Akron East has been really good. Allen's really, breaking a ton of tackles. See, the ball comes loose.
Is the ball out? Who has it?
Benedictine ball.
It's going to be Benedictine football. Unbelievable. Ball security an issue in this game, And Benedictine's getting the football back when it seemed Akron East was going to get on the scoreboard first.
I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the ball really jumped out.
And the ball's on the goal line basically. So Benedictine's going to be pinned back just about as far as you can be. Wow. So Iacampo standing in his own end zone. Caden Forte to his left in the backfield. Bengals just trying to run it up, and a lot of flags come in, so we'll hold. This could be a safety depending on,
what the penalty is. About 4 flags came in.
This is going to be against the Dragons.
So that really kind of changes things.
And it is truly hard to see from just the angle that we have here. It's best when they're in the middle of the field, but as far away as they are from us, tough to see what happened. But
it really changes things, though. You're instead of being on your 1 yard line, you're at, and there's I thought there was another flag. You're on your 16 now, so that really opens up what you can do.
So now a first down. Bengals not pinned up against their own end zone. Iacampo's under center. He's going to hand it off to Caden Forte. But again, the run, after the first couple of runs that went really well for Benedictine, having trouble getting traction in that department now.
And the Bengals have had a lot of success when they sort of go into this single back formation and bring in Shea as the tight end and O'Connell as sort of the lead blocker, being the fullback. But we have not seen a ton of passes come out of that, so I'm not sure if defenses are kind of seeing that and guessing run a little bit maybe.
So a 2nd and 6, Iacampo under center. It's Caden Forte in the backfield. The snap, a pitch to Caden Forte, trying to hit this outside, finds a hole, gets tripped up, but he's going to be just short of the first down. And now a 3rd and very manageable for Benedictine. We take another look at it. Forte does a really nice job finding the hole here, eventually dragged down, but now it's 3rd and 2, and a big opportunity for the Bengals to move the sticks and keep this offensive drive going. Iacampo under center. It's Forte in the backfield. Handoff goes to Caden Forte, but it's not going anywhere. So that's going to set up 4th down now, and the Bengals are probably going to be forced to punt.
I would keep the offense.
Yeah, they're keeping
on
the
there.
offense on the field. On 4th and 1, Bengals are going to run a play here.
We'll see if they hard count, but I wouldn't. If the scoreboard is right, I wouldn't waste another timeout. And they jumped.
I think they get them to jump.
They jumped.
And now more flat. Akron East seems to think it was. Okay.
So confusion there, Pat.
Akron East seemed to be celebrating something. They did call a false start against Akron East.
Offsides.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Benedictine. I'm not sure where that came from. So we'll see. It's going to be 4th down. I think the penalties. I think that the penalties offset. So actually, they're going to talk about it and figure out where we're going to put the ball.
If I'm not mistaken, it should be a 1st down, and then the ball goes back 15 yards, being 1st and 10. I think it's a field position thing.
Well, they're pushing.
It should be
It is
first
so,
down.
okay, you're correct.
And
So
then you
it's
go
going to
back
be
15.
first down. Now they're just making the chain gang run suicides on the far sideline. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Benedictine, but they are going to be pushed back. That's a good job by you. You could really just become a rules analyst like Gene Sterator on
I don't like the call on the play, Pat. The ball does not survive the ground. I like all the different angles, the pylon cam.
Oh, yeah, we got to get that, Mr. Devers.
Mr. Devers?
Where's our pylon cam at?
If any of you generous donors want to donate us a pylon cam, that'd be sick.
I don't know if OHSAA allows that. All right, Campo under center. He fakes the handoff, rolls out to the far side. Plenty of space, looking for someone to go to. He's got John Jones first down. All the way down to the 38-yard line. John Jones was wide open, and the Bengals move the sticks.
That's a really nice pitch and catch there. Campo a little late to find Jones, but he still delivers a strike. I mean, John Jones.
But he had plenty of time.
Yeah, John Jones is sort of on this crosser route.
We look at it here.
Yeah, he sort of just, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, nothing special there. It's just a crosser route with, it's kind of a levels concept where he's going maybe 10 yards more downfield than Spikes, and Spikes is sort of right at the sticks.
So it's Campo under center. This time he's going to hand it off to Caden Forte, plowing forward. He's going to get about 4 yards, 2nd down. And this game has taken a lot of turns, and a lot of breaks have been caught by both teams here.
Yeah, for sure, Pat. I got to say, I really like the way that the Bengals are running the ball and sort of not swaying from the game plan, even though a couple runs have not gone their way.
Campo under center. O'Connell and Forte in the backfield. Fakes a handoff. Looks to throw. Goes downfield. It's Jones again. Oh, no, he dropped it. Looks like he had it, but just couldn't come down with it. And that'll set up 3rd and 5. Man. And Jones was open again.
Yeah, Jones is doing a really nice job of gaining separation. Playing a man coverage, that is sort of a man beater, if you will, that sort of post or cross route, whatever you want to call it. But Campo found him twice there, and not exactly sure what happened, but this kind of puts the Bengals in a tough situation, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's just one you got to have. So now it's Campo with a shotgun. The snap, hand off to Caden Forte, and they're going to be short of the marker here. It's going to be about a 4th and 2, and again, the Bengals are forced to make a decision. And they're going to keep the offense on the field again. So on 4th and 2, last time the Bengals got bailed out, as we look at the run with Forte again, they got bailed out by the penalty. We'll see if they try to do a similar thing here. It's Campo under center. Trying to get Akron East to jump. He'll look towards the sideline. He's going to bring Jonathan Spikes in motion. And a flag comes in. The Bengals, I believe, are just... Yeah, they're just going to take their delay of game and punt it to Akron East. Well, I mean, I understand the thought process there, trying to get Akron East to jump because it's worked in the past.
I don't get that, Pat. I mean, your run game is really effective. All you need is 2 yards, and even if you run a play where it's sort of this like flat with Spikes. I mean, that's geez.
Uh-oh. And Majors is hit. Oh my goodness. And Majors is down on the field. Oh, my goodness. And now Akron East set up with good field position again. Nate Majors taken out mid in the air. But at that point, the ball was already loose, so no flag on that. And 1st down, Akron.
And, I mean, a really sloppy game so far.
Absolutely. I mean, all the plays that you would normally see people make have just been all over the place.
And it kind of goes back to John Jones did a really nice job on that drive, getting open, but sort of a miscue there with the drop. Not sure exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
We do have sort of that. We can't really see a ton, but not sure.
They're going to throw here, looking deep. He's got a man, and it is just overthrown, intended for Terrell Wharton Jr. And, he goes into the soccer net.
And he had him
beat.
open, yeah, and sort of overthrew him. Man-to-man coverage on the outside, just one-on-one, all alone with Trammell. And I haven't seen Trammell play a ton of DB, only really when somebody's been injured. So adjustments kind of have to be made there a little bit.
2nd and 10. Seven minutes, 36 seconds left to go here in half number 1. Still no points on the scoreboard. It's Engram in the shotgun again. Motion from Emmanuel Jefferson. 2 running back set once again. They're going to hand it off to Jefferson. He's going to try and hit this near side. Some Bengals are there, but a flag comes in.
And they're really getting him involved, Jefferson, into the run game. Sort of a smaller kid, but super quick. It'll be a holding.
Holding against Akron East.
Yeah, so that'll come back, but sort of what we've been talking about is just, they just move him out into motion and sort of right behind the quarterback. And, it's pretty much really nothing to it there. It is the run up the middle, and he bounces it to the outside, and nice gain, but comes all the way back.
So it'll be 2nd and 20 now. And that's big. Gives the Bengals defense a little bit more to work with, but you got to wonder, is he's going to try and go deep again? That worked for him before. Had a man beat, just overthrew it. If they, are able to get something going, 2nd and 20 is not going to matter if they can get that happening.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying here, Pat. Bengals have not done a crazy good job in the past couple weeks with defending. Ooh.
Engram pressure.
It'll be a holding.
Shrugs off a sack. Hit big by Antoine Livingston. And
O'Connell's down on the field.
Uh-oh. And a flag is in there on the play as well. Holding against Akron East again.
Yeah, he pretty blatant holding call there, Pat.
But now you got to wonder, is Sean O'Connell okay?
We get a replay in there, Pat, and it just looks like somebody fell on him maybe. I'm not really sure, but.
He appears to be talking to the trainers and Coach Wilson.
And you got to hope he's okay with O'Neal already out and O'Connell, your best pass rusher, even with O'Neal in. And he's been so great all season, really anchoring this defense along with Spikes and
looks like he's okay.
Ashke, so he'll pop up. Let's just got to hope he's all right.
So it's going to be, they decline the penalty, so that'll set up a 3rd and probably,
19.
They didn't pick up very much, if anything.
He just picked up 1 yard.
Yeah, 3rd and 19. There we go. Big opportunity now. Money down, as they say, for the Bengals defense. Get the ball back here. Got to remember Akron East starts the second half with the football. Can't have them going up 2 possessions in that scenario if they score here to end the half and then come back on the other side and score there as well. And that has killed the Bengals VASJ game, I think the most prime example. So now all alone in the backfield is Martin Engram. He's going to try and throw. There's pressure in the pocket from Jeremiah Krieger. He's going to go deep, but Trammell Reese was with him there all the way. That was overthrown. Akron East sideline wanted a flag, but none thrown. That'll set up 4th and 19.
And that's a nice job by the Bengals defense, get off the field. But, a lot of trouble with the punts so far, special teams for the Bengals. So you got to hope that they could do a nice job sort of corralling this low punt.
4th and 19 now. And it'll be another punt from Akron East. Once again with number 21, Terrell Wharton Jr. The snap, almost blocked, but this a much better punt. Bengals are going to let it go. Not sure why he touched it. Emmanuel Jefferson, it was going to bounce in Akron East's favor, but he got up there and touched it, downing it, and now it'll be time for the Bengals offense once again. Still no score. And you were worried about this a little bit, Luca. I mean, Bengals offense has been inconsistent, and now the defense once again keeping them in the game. Time for the offense to make a statement this drive.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same story. Just, penalty stalling drives and miscues, and it's self-inflicted wounds, really, Pat. There really has not been a defense so far that Bengals have played this season where there hasn't been, they've been able to have the big play on sort of every team. Maybe Lake Catholic, you don't say that, but I mean, even then, really offense just could not get anything going, and they got to get a groove here. 0-0 still in the second quarter.
All right, Campo in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off here to Caden Forte. But again, the run game started off really strong, and Akron East has really figured it out since then, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. All right, Campo has been pretty accurate tonight.
Aside from the first two throws he's made, he's definitely progressed.
This time he's under center. It's Forte in the backfield. The snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the far side, pressure. I can't put a throw, and it is almost picked off. In there was number 8, Anthony Felding.
There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be roughing the passer.
Correct. That'll be an automatic first down. And I don't know how well you guys are hearing, but I really appreciate here at Ellet Stadium we have a ref mic.
Yeah.
So we can hear what he's saying.
We got another look at that one, Pat, on a replay. And play action, he thought just waited too long. He thought he had it nearly intercepted. Kind of just forcing it in there, but Akron East doing a nice job of covering that flat with Pat Shea, and then, on the second level with, your two receivers sort of right there. And, Campo, has not struggled, but it's been tougher on him when defenses have been taking away his first read, and then, especially on play action, that's tough because it's, your timing-wise, it's...
Benedictine jumped this time.
Wow. Like I was saying, your timing is a little bit off when your first read isn't there, and, you got to sort of work to the second and third reads, and it's definitely tough.
And you were kind of hoping coming into this game that flags would not be an aspect.
Oh, they are.
But, Bengals have struggled in that aspect quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
Even last week. So really have to clean that up now that, these games mean more. So it'll be Iacampo under center. Caden Forte in the backfield. The snap, it'll be Iacampo to throw quick to John Jones. Has one man to get around. He is able to get around him. Stays towards the near side. He breaks free. John Jones is going to go past the 20. One man tracking him down. He's not going to get there. Touchdown, Benedictine. John Jones gets the Bengals on the board first.
What a play by John Jones. We talked about it in the pregame. He's got great run after the catch ability, and, man, that made a man miss. What a play.
Unbelievable. As we look at the replay, John Jones had it, just kind of spun out of there. He decided, I have this sideline. I'm going to use my speed, and There it is. The Bengals offense gets it going.
I mean, that's really incredible run after the catch. He thought he might be tackled on the first initial contact, and he didn't. And, I mean, puts the Bengals on the board, and that's huge.
Exactly what we were looking for offensively. The PAT is good from Nate Majors, and the Bengals have taken a 7-0 lead. There we go.
And that's more like it there from Majors, too, really.
Oh, yeah.
Powered that one through.
But
I think it got blocked the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But we had no fear that Nate would recover.
Yeah, no. For sure. And it's a great play call there, too, on that last touchdown play. Just kind of, get Campo in rhythm with a quick pass.
There it is, yeah.
And he's really excelled with that sort of timing route. A little bit of a hitch, almost like.
But Campo really built off his confidence. We saw it in the Cathedral Prep game. Had 2 really good throws for touchdowns to start the game, and the whole game he was just incredible. So if you get him going here early, it could be really good for Benedictine to put a lot of points on the board. We got Tegan in the comments. Gotta love it. Tegan Fisher watching at home. Shout out to you. Bengals and Nate Majors to kick this thing off, get us back underway. The Bengals on the scoreboard. First, a good kickoff end over end, taken in on the far side. I believe that's their punter, and a big hit. And
Jonathan
Bengals getting
Spikes again.
fired up now. Yeah, Terrell Wharton Jr. does a lot for Akron East. As we look at that play again, big hit there. And number 8, Anthony Felding, seems to be down for Akron East.
And Jonathan Spikes all season long has been really, really great for the Bengals. And again, I mean, we've talked about this before, but not the biggest linebacker, but boy does he hit like it.
Yeah.
It's a guy with a couple offers too, Division II, and you kind of have to wonder how this guy has not had a broke D1.
I mean, he's been the most consistent player for Benedictine all season long. You got to think he's been great on offense and defense.
I mean, so much. I mean, he's really athletic, super strong kid, and he really makes an impact on the game. His football IQ is great, and his motor. I mean, playing a whole game, it really doesn't look like it. He has. I mean, his endurance is really incredible, and plays really hard, and kind of all you can ask for a kid,
It looks like Felding is going to be okay. Five minutes and 16 seconds left to go. First and 10 for Akron East at their own 35-yard line. It's going to be Martin Ingram in the shotgun again. It's Cherry with him in the backfield. The snap, he's going to hand it off, fake the handoff and throw to this near side. They're able to dodge a tackle. They get about 8 yards on this completion. And once again, it's Emmanuel Jefferson, and we've been calling his name a ton. Small guy, but he's playing a huge impact so far for Akron East.
And they really like to get him out in space. You see it on that screen there, and that's a really nice design play. It's almost like they're clearing out that entire side of the field with a couple deep shot routes, and you kind of call those post clear out routes, and got him in space, and only really one man to beat when you have a blocker like that. So, I mean, really getting creative to get him involved.
The snap, Ingram hands it off this time to Cherry, wrapped up by the legs, and it's Sean O'Connell back on the field, back playing an impact. They're going to lose a yard on the play, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And he's done such a nice job in the run game and really shutting it down, and sheds off the blocker and just does a nice job of wrapping up. You don't see him miss too many tackles, and especially with a bigger guy. Yeah, that's like I said, really nice play wrapping up. And
He just wasn't letting them go anywhere.
yeah, and Cherry, you know, obviously a bigger kid. You know, you can't really arm wrap him and just pray he comes down.
High snap. It's going to be a quarterback run that gets them the first down. Eventually dragged down by Will Eschke and Antoine Livingston, but they're going to be moving the sticks.
And the Bengals have really had a hard time defending the quarterback run when either quarterback draw or quarterback scramble that's not designed. But either way, Bengals have kind of struggled with that. As this game progresses, you might have to, you know, sort of put a spy on the quarterback just so.
Oh, we got the dragon down
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Look at this guy. Well, this is going to be a run that's not going very far. Cherry couldn't get much of anywhere. Jonathan Spikes got stiff-armed in the face, but Spikes held his ground. He pushed him out of bounds, and that'll make it 2nd and 9.
And there's an interesting spot there, Patty. I mean,
Yeah.
looked like he didn't even get to the line to gain, or to the line, back to the line of scrimmage, and
So, obviously, Akron East hoping to drain down this clock and score and then come out and score again to start the next half is they're going to try and go towards the far side, and it is caught. Pulled out of bounds by John Jones, but complete first to Terrell Karam Jr. for an East first down. As I was saying, they're trying to, you know, score, put themselves up 14-7. You really feel like the defense has to get a stop to keep the Bengals in the lead going into the half.
Yeah, and that's a really nice throw. It's you're on one hash, sort of the near side hash, and he makes a throw to the out route on the other side of the field. And that's a tough throw to make, but he puts it where it needs to go.
And a flag comes in over by the Benedictine sideline. Could have been one of the guys on the edge. Looks like he's talking to the East player. Yeah. So they're going to push Akron East back. First and 15. And we'll have to get the penalty statistics from our guy Wally down there at the half.
Yeah.
Because it has been crazy.
It's been pretty unbelievable so far.
First and 15. It's Ingram in the shotgun. We haven't seen him really under center at all in this game. Cherry to his right. Low snap. Ingram to throw. Goes over the middle. Caught. John Jones just hangs on to him and drags him down. Really nice job to stick with the play. But it is going to be a good game at about 7. That'll make it 2nd and about 7. No, 2nd and 8.
Close enough.
Yeah.
And Jones kind of gave him a little bit of a cushion there. Oh. Okay.
Wow. Akron East fans getting rowdy down here.
And kind of giving a little bit of a cushion there, and they're just taking advantage of it with short hitters.
The snap. Ingram to throw. Pressure in the pocket. He's going to try and run, and it's going to work for him to get a first down.
Like I said, Pat, the Bengals really have struggled with the quarterback run.
Can we get it? So, really nice job there by Martin Ingram. Really just escaping the pressure. Looked like he was going to be sacked, but he was able to find a hole and find a first down.
And the Bengals bringing pressure off the edge. They're kind of bringing a DB down. That time I believe it was Adam. Oh, it was Javion Levitt who was sort of bringing the pressure, but doing a nice job of mixing up the blitz looks, and he's got a free rusher.
There we go. Oh, my goodness. Somehow throws it out of there. Wrapped up by Antoine Livingston.
Should that not? No, I guess there was a player in the area, but
Yeah,
almost,
intentional grounding.
yeah.
No call, though, so that'll set up 2nd and 10.
I mean,
Wow, you got to think Spike's really – and this whole Akron East team is very hard to take down.
yeah, for
They
sure.
all are very strong.
I believe that was Antoine Livingston on the pressure there, but I mean, he had him wrapped up and just bought himself a split second to get that out, and kind of got to give credit where credit's due there. I mean, it's a smart play not to give up the huge loss, because he was almost back at the 40 almost.
Ingram to throw again. Pressure again. He's going to go towards this near side end zone. He's got a man wide open, but again, incomplete. That one was intended for Terrell Wharton, but again,
Not sure if
there was I couldn't tell who it was, but there was a guy who was covered by Benedictine, but then again, it was Wharton who was wide open, and it seemed like the Bengals almost didn't know that he was there.
Yeah, Pat, I think I almost want to say Owen slipped on that play. He had him all the way down the field, and then just late at the goal line, he might have slipped because he was there.
Yeah, I think Reese had his man covered well, but now it's 3rd and 10, 56 seconds left. I would say out of field goal range, most likely, unless they've got a really good kicker. I know Akron Buchtel had a really good kicker a couple of years ago, hit like a 55-yarder right before the half against Benedictine back at Euclid Community Stadium. So 3rd and 10, just under a minute left to go here in half number 1. The Bengals lead this one 7-0. Looking for an upset here in round number 1. Pressure in the pocket. Can they get him down this time? Running.
The ball's loose.
And the ball is loose.
They're going to say he was down,
I
but
don't believe so. Dontrell Wilson falls on it. There's no way he was down first.
and I don't agree with that one, Pat. We do have a replay here, and nice pressure again. He escapes the pressure. That's slow-mo. No. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was. He was down. A timeout taken by Benedictine. That's their last one with 30 seconds left. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's our bad. We've been looking at the scoreboard wrong this whole time.
What?
East is the home team. So
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
So East has taken their third and final timeout. Benedictine still with all three. That's our apologies. We have just been reading it wrong the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's on us.
Usually you have the guest first, do you not? And on a normal scoreboard, isn't the
No,
guest first? You go guest
think
and
so.
then home. I'm pretty sure.
Well, regardless, that's our apologies.
Because you would say Benedictine at,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
you know.
we thank our guys up here in the booth for correcting us on that. So
Could be wrong, but
I believe a sideline warning issued here. I'm not sure which side. But regardless, it's 4th and 2. I think East is going to go for this.
I think you almost have to with only 4th and 2, I think.
And 30 seconds left.
Yeah. You do get the ball at half if you're Akron East. So I suppose you could take your 3, bearing how good their kicker is.
Exactly. We don't know. They do have a kicker listed on the roster. Now Benedictine has taken their first timeout. Oh. Okay, we're all over the place up here. Sideline warning to Benedictine, and that's their first. That's our apologies. This handoff, I think they're short, Luca.
This is going to be really close.
There's no way he got 2 yards there.
No way. Yeah.
No, they did not get it. Turnover on downs. And that's a big stop for the Bengals defense. So with 23 seconds left, I believe, as we look at it again there, just a really nice job by the Bengals defense stuffing that run. And we keep going back to the same narrative. Benedictine's defense really keeping them in this game. We saw a really nice job by the offense. You wonder if you run that again, because we saw it last week with John Jones. There was a flag on the play, but he broke free in a very similar way.
Yeah.
You wonder if you maybe try that again, because there's low risk and high reward.
Yeah, and he is matched up one-on-one on the outside. Oh,
No,
he's just
Campos just going to take a knee, and that's going to take us to halftime. So, a defense-filled first half. A lot of mistakes made in the first half as well. Both teams will head to the locker room and reset. Akron East is going to get the football to start half number 2, and we're going to step aside the score. Benedictine 7 and Akron East 0. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
I don't feel cold.
I feel bad for Nick. His lips are.
We welcome you back to Yost Stadium here in Akron, where the score at halftime, Benedictine leads Akron East 7-0. Once again, alongside Luca Bucci, I'm Patrick Lloyd. So happy to be here with you in Akron tonight. Luca, what a weird first half. A lot of mistakes. Special teams, kind of a nightmare for both sides.
Yeah.
A lot of chaos in that department. Akron East getting the football to start this second half, and a lot of chaos in the first half. Got to clean it up.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Pat. Penalties, huge issue for both teams. Just getting behind schedule. Another big issue is just, the sloppy play by the Bengals, whether it's, miscommunication with in the passing game. The run game has really, the first couple of drives really came out strong, and then is really kind of fell off a cliff, really. I mean, they're really non-existent. I will say John Jones really having a big game so far receiving-wise. He's done a really nice job getting open, and, after the catch, he's been great. He's really been great all season with yards after the catch. Let's see if we can continue to get him in a groove, because we really don't know when Xander Smith and Antoine Smith will come back. I will say defensively, the Bengals are doing a nice job. However, the Akron East run game is really prolific right now, and the Bengals have done a nice job. Did a nice job stopping it in the later half of the first half, but got to wrap up. Obviously, a lot of missed tackles for the Bengals, and that kind of goes with the sloppy play, and really not a ton, not a ton to write home about, to be honest with you.
So we are back underway. Akron East will start with the football. They take in this rolling punt. Now they're going to run backwards. And finally taken down Eschke in there, as well as a couple of different Bengals. Tough to tell over there on that far side.
Will Eschke got to talk to his dad at the half. It's my understanding that his mom's watching at home, so thanks for watching. She's a very, very nice person.
And while we're giving out shout-outs, CJ down on the sideline, our ball boy, tells me that his grandfather Stan watches every week. Finally giving him a shout-out here in the playoffs. So shout-out to CJ's grandpa Stan.
For sure, for sure.
All right, 1st and 10 for Akron East. They're going to be starting at their own 16-yard line, so a lot of room for the Bengals defense to work with, and a long field to go for the Dragons. Once again in the shotgun, as they have been all game, is Engram.
False started.
We have a flag coming in the backfield, and I believe once again this is going to push back the Dragons, and flags have been a big issue for them.
And you don't see it too much, a false start from a wide receiver all that much.
Yeah,
saw
that's
it there on
definitely
the
rare.
outside, and I believe that was Wharton Jr., number 21. That got charged with that one. But, I mean, Pat, it's kind of the same story so far, as in the first half. I mean, we've seen a ton of 1st and 15s.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a recurring theme all game.
Yeah.
So 1st and 15 now. Once again in the shotgun is Engram. He's got Cherry to his right. The snap. It's going to be a handoff here. They're going to try for this outside, and there is room to run. But wrapped up, Spikes was in there, and I believe eventually dragged down by Sean O'Connell. We'll wait to see who comes out of the pile. Micah Smith in there as well, Antoine Livingston. So good job by the Bengals there. And that'll only a gain of 1. That'll set up 2nd and 14.
And, really, sort of seen it from Allen and Cherry Jr. all game, but a ton of broken tackles from them, bouncing into the outside, and Bengals doing a nice job of rallying to the football, but nothing, really nothing the Bengals do is kind of bringing them down with the first effort.
Absolutely. It takes definitely a group effort, a lot of strong presences on the field for the Dragons. Now it's Engram to throw, goes towards the middle, and it is caught. He makes a move and picks up a first down. That's number 21, Terrell Wharton Jr. He's been really good for Akron East. We've been saying his name a lot, and he moves the sticks for the Dragons.
That's just sort of a simple slant route, and John Jones just playing a little off and gets beat, but tough play when you're playing a zone like that. You're kind of giving him a little bit of a cushion, and he kind of goes right in front of you. A nice cut there, and I don't really think there was a second option there. Ingram kind of looked him down the whole time.
Fresh set of downs for Akron East. They take the snap, hand off to Cherry. He's going to try for the far side, and he's got a lane to go. Pushed out of bounds and pushed backwards, John Jones. Owen Slemps in there as well, and so that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And he's got great bursts of speed on the outside. They're kind of doing this little bit of a draw play almost, like where they're kind of delaying the handoff a little bit. And it's really working for him. You see it there, and just that little bit of hesitation really opens up a lot of holes in the outside. And they're running away from spikes, and obviously it's a little bit tougher to rally to the football when you're running the outside and you're not setting the edge. A little bit inexperienced on the edge for the Bengals, just because.
Well, and then something we see too is the Bengals love to run the ball like right up the gut, where you're seeing Akron East taking advantage towards the outside, which we really don't see from Benedictine. They're going to hand it off again. This time they're going to go up the middle, but wrapped up and taken down. It was Will Eschke once again making the play, and now it's a 3rd and about 5. I think he lost one there, or they'll keep it 4th down, and 4 yards to go. So 3rd and 4, and a chance for the Bengals defense to get the ball back.
And they really like running that motion. He starts on the near side a lot of times and sort of works his way into the backfield behind the quarterback in shotgun. And they're really not running anything special, just sort of an inside zone, and he's bouncing into the outside. That time he stayed inside tackles, and nice run up the gut. He did get 1 yard there, I think, Pat, maybe.
Yeah. So a short 3rd and 4. It's Ingram in the shotgun, and we have whistles and a timeout taken here by Akron East. They definitely love to utilize their timeouts, not leaving any up on the board in the first half of action.
Yeah. And it's a little bit interesting, especially because this game is, one possession game. And see how that impacts, the game down the line, just because, you do need your timeouts, obviously, and high school, the clock does stop when you get a first down, but a little bit tougher when you're trying to push the ball down the field and whatnot.
We're going to tell you about our Bengal for a day. You can sign up now for our Shadow Days. Go ahead, and as well as HSPT prep courses and the HSPT test. We've had a record number of shadows. Our great admissions team, once again, doing an incredible job. For more information on that, you can go ahead and visit cbhs.edu/admissions and schedule your Bengal for a day visit now. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Healthy Bengals crowd showing out on a cold Friday evening on Halloween. Ingram alone in the backfield. The snap, he's going to look to throw. Now he's just going to run it himself, and absolutely no problem to pick up the first down.
And they did run Eschke sort of on a spy, but, he's kind of to the outside. He's sort of playing more inside, and Ingram doing a nice job of bouncing it to the outside, not seeing anybody. I'm not sure if that was a design run or sort of he just did that on his own accord, because he did drop back a little bit there, Pat, but he ran pretty quickly.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Akron East at their own 46-yard line. Moving the ball slowly but surely to start this second half.
Very methodical.
And a flag is going to come in here on this near sideline. It's going to be a false start against. This ref never signaled. It's going to be against Akron East. And wow, they have struggled with that a lot so far. Number 78 there. We don't have a number 78 on our roster, so can't help you with that, but that'll make it 1st and 15. When the ref is talking, that's good. Keep doing So 1st and 15. Once again, it's been 1st and 15 so often for Akron East in this game. Motion here from Felding. Another design quarterback run. He's going to try, but big hit by Jonathan Spikes. Helped out there by Dontrell Wilson.
And Jonathan Spikes has had a really great game so far in defending the run and really making it tough. Is sort of it is a design run, and Bengals do a nice job rallying to the football. They set the edge really well there. They run towards O'Connell's side, and one thing O'Connell does really well is when he might not make a tackle on a play, he consumes blockers.
Yeah.
And that really makes a difference opening up.
So it's 2nd and 15, no gain there. Shotgun formation once again. To throw, pressure in the pocket. Eschke trying to take him down, trying to spin out of it, but dragged to the ground, and I believe Will Eschke on the bottom of the pile. And there's Sean O'Connell as well. A loss of 4, and it's 3rd and 19.
And, there was about 3 guys that could have got him there. Sonny Arietta breaking off the blocker, Eschke, O'Connell.
I think it was O'Connell that actually was at the bottom there, but that's a great job by the Bengals defense. They struggled a little bit with quarterback runs in the past, but they've adjusted in this game. You expected it coming in because, Martin Ingram is listed as a wide receiver / QB.
Yeah.
So you knew he was going to be mobile. We saw it against Lutheran East. We saw it against Lutheran West and VASJ as well. Mobile quarterbacks, and the Bengals coming in prepared now for that.
Well, they're doing a nice job of, the D tackles are sort of breaking the pocket down and not really allowing him to do anything.
Ingram to throw deep, and pass interference is going to be called on Kellen Donnelly here.
Wow. And we had another look at that one, Pat, and not so sure about that, but maybe just a little too much contact, a bit of a push, but.
So it'll be a replay 3rd down. I think that'll make it 3rd and 4. But now they're not moving the chains, and Akron East seems. Oh, here we go. Now we're moving the ball spot.
I think you're right, Pat. It should be a 3rd and 4. Not exactly. Yeah. You're right. So Bengals kind of lucked out a little bit there because, it was 3rd and 19. So, but Bengals have got to do a better job of getting off the field on those.
Yeah,
really
3rd and 19, got to capitalize. And there have been opportunities 3rd and long, and these teams have found guys downfield, like VASJ, for example.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
And just somehow
was
caught.
Effort, the quarterback for VASJ did such a nice job of improvising.
Yeah, it's going to be a quarterback run here. He's going to be wrapped up before the marker.
He didn't get it.
No, he did not. Jonathan Spikes in there as well. We'll have to look at it again because there was an initial effort by one of the Bengals to really slow him down.
Eschke had the wrap on him, and then, it looked like he might get it here, and Eschke kind of breaks off the
there's
breaks
Eschke.
Off the tackle, and then
Sonny Arietta actually. And then Spikes comes in with the almost 3rd effort. So now it's 4th and 3.
I'm not sure if they're going to leave. I believe they're going to leave the offense
leaving
on the
the
field.
offense on the field. Now, they already failed to convert a 4th down conversion earlier.
And you got to wonder if they're just trying to make somebody jump here.
Yeah, and that is definitely a possibility. They have 2 timeouts left, but could be willing to take your delay of game here like Benedictine did earlier.
I think.
Although the way that Akron East's play style has been, I would not be surprised if they're just going for it here.
Cherry Jr. is in the Wildcat.
And we have a timeout taken here by Akron East. That's their 2nd. You better hope that it does not come down to a situation where they need to stop the clock late in the game because they have used 2 timeouts here now in the 3rd quarter.
And they really have not used them in like a super productive way where they're hard counting and trying to get a guy to jump. They just can't. They barely.
It just seems like there's some miscommunication on the field and they have to stop the game.
Yeah, I think you really kind of nailed that, Pat, but a little confusing there, I guess. But
we'll tell you once again about Pizzazz, located just 2 minutes from Don Shula Stadium. You can order their pizza by going to www.pizzazzpizza.com, or you can call 216-321-7272 to order today. Again, that's 216 321-7272. Pizzazz Pizza, proud sponsor of Benedictine Athletics. So they are lining up to go for it on 4th down. Big chance for the defense here to make a statement. Ingram in the shotgun, looks to throw, pressure in the pocket. He's going to run it himself and get the 1st down. And you almost expected that to happen. It's been working so well for him. Whenever he's in trouble, he finds a hole and he gets the 1st.
Yeah, I mean, pressure coming, and they do a nice job of getting the pressure there, but there's nobody there to defend the quarterback run. And I think when you send that much pressure, you hope that the pocket collapses so much that he really doesn't have anywhere to go. But
it seems that he does every time.
Yeah, it's almost an anomaly. There we go. Bang out.
All right, fresh set of downs for Akron East. Handoff from Ingram. And a nice run here. We haven't seen him, but flags fly
everywhere.
in. He's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play, so we will wait and see. And there is a Bengal down. Oh, now he's back on his feet. It was a nice catch and run by Levance Bratton. And they'll give him the touchdown.
Wow. And really not a great defensive start for the Bengals to start the second half. I mean, they chewed off a ton of clock and obviously a huge run there, but it's really inability to sort of get off the field was the story of that drive. Couple third and longs, and just haven't been able to get out. And I think they're gonna.
Looks like they're going for.
No, they're gonna kick it.
Yeah, they're gonna kick it. Okay. A little bit of confusion. First, the PAT attempt here with Lamine Suma, the senior kicker. Snap, hold, and we have whistles that come in before the snap.
Not sure what the confusion is here.
Okay, now finally ready for the PAT. Not sure what happened there. Snap, hold. The kick is no good. And it looks like the Bengals got in there. You see Sean O'Connell. Wonder if he got a hand on it.
And that's big for the Bengals.
So, yeah. And missed PATs have really played a big impact on games for Benedictine all season long. Now they find themselves with a pretty good opportunity now, up 1. That changes the complexity of the game completely.
And that's really big.
And now we also know a little bit of trouble on the kicking game, so I wouldn't expect East to try a field goal.
No, I don't think you do. And I mean that really does change things, because if the Bengals do go for 2 here, you get a touchdown, you go for 2. that changes things a lot.
Absolutely.
Because, now you have to score 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and a field goal.
But like we just said, I don't know how likely that is.
Yeah, just because, you like the way the Bengals, the last offensive drive, the last offensive drive for the Bengals really,
And I guess some kind of penalty against Benedictine.
it was a face mask.
Okay. And Luca, no problem being cold up here this week. We've got some great heat up in this press box.
Yeah.
Whew.
Definitely nice. But you like the way that the Bengals played their last offensive drive with the John Jones touchdown. You hope to replicate that, but I think really, you got to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers, like John Jones, like Jonathan Spikes. We have not seen Jonathan Spikes on the offensive side of the ball, which is really an issue when he's your most reliable target.
Yeah. A little bit of a squib kick. Hops over all the Bengals. It will be a touchback, luckily enough for Benedictine. Whew, that could have been scary. Those powerful squib kicks have really worked for Akron East in this one.
Yeah, and it's tough to corral, especially on turf like this where it's going to kick up. And I'm not sure who was the one who
Somebody
the one that
jumped in the air.
I think
yeah.
that was Cam Hill, if I'm not mistaken. But he sort of jumped and couldn't exactly get it, and then Trammell tried to jump and get it, and he couldn't get it. So that really could have been an issue.
Fortunately, they didn't knock it down too much. Allowed it to go into the end zone. So now 1st and 10 for the Bengals, starting at the 20-yard line. Campo is going to start under center with Caden Forte in the backfield. 2 wide receivers down low, 1 up top, in motion from Pat Shea. The snap, trouble with it. The Bengals just have to fall on it.
And
Let's hope they held on to the football here. I believe they did.
And they really are. Bengals are having a ton of trouble with the snap, and not sure what that's all about. But Jonathan Spikes checking into the game. I would, when you get 3rd and long like this, I wouldn't mind just sort of that flat route out to Spikes. It's almost always open, and if not, you have the second option in the second level with John Jones, who we obviously know can create separation on that crosser route.
Shotgun formation now for Campo. Caden Forte in the backfield. 2 wide receivers down low, 1 up top. Forte out of the left of Campo. Motion from Spikes. Campo to throw. Pump fake. Rolls out. Far side. Looking. Throws off the hands of, that's
Krieger.
3rd and 13.
And, like we were kind of saying earlier, when that first read isn't there, we see him sort of pump fake to Trammell or to Spikes, and then he kind of hesitates. And he has John Jones there on the near side, but, when the pressure comes, it's kind of tough for you to work through your reads just because it's sort of, havoc, and you're hoping guys can work back to the football.
Now it's Campo under center again on 3rd and 13. Now he's going to run out to the shotgun. Forte in the backfield. Motion from Jonathan Spikes. It's going to be a handoff to Forte and a nice run, but a flag comes in. And I believe it's going to be a false start against Benedictine, which is going to push them back here.
And that's really not a great. Obviously drive not over, but really not a great.
Now it's 3rd and 18. Not likely chances that the Bengals pick this up. Then you're forced to punt deep in your own territory, and I feel like regardless of what Nate Majors is able to do, Akron East has pretty good starting field position. This could swing the momentum in the game greatly.
Yeah, and it's definitely tough too because, 18 yards feels like forever for the Bengals. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
We've seen the big play, but we just really have not seen it consistently.
Another 3rd and long run. It's a good run, but obviously not going to get them the first down.
Bit too little, too late there, Pat.
So they'll bring on the punt unit. 4th and 7 will be the final ruling.
And now you kind of give it back to the, Akron East, who has a ton of momentum now sort of in this game because, obviously the big run, and now they get a huge defensive stop. And I mean, the tides of this game would really turn if they could come away with a score here.
Nate Majors is able to get this punt off. Akron East off his hands, and the Bengals got it! It's Sean O'Connell! There he goes!
way.
Unbelievable! What just happened? I have never seen a kickoff do that in my life. Sean O'Connell scoops it out of the air, and the Bengals are into Dragon territory.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever seen that. Ever.
We're going to look at the replay. Nate
I mean,
Majors.
it went right off his dome. Bang.
Boom! And O'Connell.
I thought he was going to take it back.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, so there's a rule we didn't know. You can't advance it, so the Bengals are going to be back to where the punt was received.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I mean, it just went, and it went 10 yards after it hit him in the head.
Oh, it probably went 20.
Yeah,
Patty.
I mean, that was
like
insane.
Man, that's really something. I can't say that I've seen that all that often.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so Benedictine catches a break again. You feel like you got to capitalize now. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. The Bengals lead is 1 on a John Jones touchdown. And then a Levance Broughton touchdown for East. And a missed PAT has this game at 7-6. Campo is under center. The snap, and he falls down. He must have tripped on something there. So now that's going to set up 2nd and 14. And you feel like already now the Bengals are, pushed behind the line of scrimmage to start the drive once again.
And, I mean,
reminder, the winner of whoever wins this game, the winner of this game will advance to go to Hawken next week. Gates Mills take on the Hawks, the 3 seed in Region 9. Campo fakes the handoff, looks to throw, goes over the top, picked off. And once again, big player, big impact. It's Terrell Wharton Jr.
and
Oh, there's a flag on the play. I believe this is going to be after.
yeah.
This is because everybody came on the field. Man.
I'm not sure. Bengals are staying on the field. I'm not really. Roughing the passer.
That's a roughing the passer. Unbelievable. So the Bengals are going to stick with the football here. Another break that the Bengals are catching.
Yeah, that's really something there, Pat. And
In this, I think.
man. And that's the second time an interception
And an
was called
automatic
back.
first down as well.
I mean, that was.
Wow.
I am kind of without words here, Pat.
Unbelievable. And just to take a second, that was a really nice interception by Wharton. He's been really good for them. But a roughing the passer call, and I thought the flag came in because East's whole sideline, small but mighty over here,
Yeah.
ran onto the field. But regardless, this could be 1st and 10 for Benedictine. So we have another flag. And we've seen this guy up on the scoreboard throwing the flag, like, seems every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We've seen quite a bit of that animation. We'll listen in for the call.
It'll be sportsmanlike on the sideline to the sideline.
Oh, so that was after the play, as we had mentioned. So that is an
Yeah.
additional
Well,
penalty.
no, it was he was arguing the call.
Oh,
just kind of flagged
I
him
got
for it,
you.
yeah.
Okay, so Bengals are moving down the field even more, and in the postseason here,
We do apologize, too, if you do hear some hot mics, if you will, from below us. There's some profanity being thrown around. So that is not us. I've never sworn a day in my life. Up top,
boy. The Akron East parents obviously not loving the call. I think, to be honest with you, Luca, no football parents would like that. More trouble with the snap. But Campbell able to run out of this one. He was able to salvage about 3 yards there. Bengals really have to get that sorted out.
and it's becoming a way too common theme here. And getting
Look
another
at it
look
again.
at it, but Pache's kind of blocking it. Looks like Iacampo has the snap, and he's just dropping it.
Yeah, I don't think that's on.
I can't say that it's on Vitt just
Vitt,
because, and I don't know what sort of timing-wise of what's going on if he's, backing out too early, but looks like he has the snap and just.
So it'll be 2nd and 8. Campbell in the shotgun this time. It's going to be a handoff here to Caden Forte. He has a hole, breaks a tackle. And Caden Forte still
up
on
on
his
his
feet.
feet.
He's got a first down and more down to the 25-yard line. Caden Forte showing his presence on the field. Staying strong for a first.
And what a run by him, breaking off tackles, and see it here. He bounced it to the outside, finds a hole, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and he just keeps his legs
There's
moving.
another one,
and,
yep.
Big thing is, keep your legs moving. You're probably going to beat the guy that is staying flat-footed, and he does a nice job of that. And really like his patience so far tonight, and he's really showcasing sort of a maturity that we haven't seen a ton.
So a big opportunity for the Bengals now to extend their lead. 24 seconds left in quarter number 3. Campbell in the shotgun again. It's another handoff. Forte, flag flies in from the ref on the Akron East side, and a gain of about 2 yards, but we'll wait for the call. So we didn't hear the penalty, but it's going to be against Anthony Vintonio holding. And so that'll make it 1st and 20 now.
And again, getting behind schedule, and this is where the Bengals have really struggled because, you're trying to get things back, and, the run goes 2nd 15, and then, you run the ball again, and it really doesn't go anywhere, and then try a deep shot, and it, incomplete. And it's kind of been the MO for the offense in terms of situations like this.
Looks like they're going to run the clock out on this quarter, so we're going to take a break. The score from Ellet CLC, it's Benedictine 7 and Akron East 6. We're going to the 4th quarter in the first round of the playoffs. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. We welcome you back to Ellet CLC, where the score is Benedictine 7, Akron East 6. Bengals with the football. It's going to be 1st and, it says 19. So 1st and 19. Bengals trying to get another score, extend their lead here. Campbell in the shotgun. Forte now to his left. The snap, pitch to Forte, looking for the outside, finds a hole, and he's going to get about 6 yards here. Just got to chip away after that flag that pushed him back.
Yeah, and he does a nice job of not trying to get, run sort of parallel. He keeps his feet moving up the field and finds that block, and it's just kind of a pin pull type thing, type deal where, you got your sort of blockers pulling to the outside, and then, get the toss, and you're really running away from half the defense.
2nd and 14, Iacampo in the shotgun, Forte to his left. Motion now from Trammell Reese. Iacampo fakes the give. He's going to look over the top. He's got a man, but it's overthrown. Intended for Caden Forte. Oh, man, if only they could complete that. Would have been a huge completion, maybe even a touchdown.
And, Forte was pretty wide open there, and just feels like Iacampo and his receivers are just a tick off tonight. And it's just a wheel route, and he finds the opening, and nobody's covering him really, and he had pretty much a walk-in touchdown. But instead, the Bengals will have a 3rd and long.
3rd and 14. Probably outside of field goal range. You wonder if they run the ball, try a field goal. We'll see. Too short of a field to punt at this point, so you think you might have 2 downs to get 14. Iacampo rolls out, pressure, tipped, incomplete.
I don't know if they're going to.
Jr. Once again, 4th and 14.
And I'm not sure if they are going to keep the offense on the field, I think.
Well, I don't think you have a choice at this point. Just with the position that you're at on the field.
Yeah, I don't think you could. I don't think you want it. I think it would be a better option, but. I think you have to be a little cautious not to throw a costly interception that, goes all the way back.
Yeah. Motion from Spikes. Iacampo fakes a handoff, looking to throw, steps into some space, goes towards the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Well, Luca, you hate to say it, but I think it's going to have to be the defense that wins this game again.
Yeah, and it's a little tough because, the pocket was breaking down, but you did have Krieger coming across the screen, coming across the field, and from the near side to the far side, and he just kind of ran uncovered, and, obviously you had John Jones with a little bit of space there. If you could kind of drop it in the bucket, that would be huge, but again, it just feels like they're just a little off, and it's not by much, Pat. These aren't like egregiously bad throws, but it's just a tick off where, the open receiver just can't get to it.
First and 10 for the Dragons. It's going to be a handoff here and wrapped up. Really good job by the Bengals defensive line.
And Spikes again.
Nothing.
Spikes again is just doing a great job of getting in the backfield and making the first effort and slowing him down there. He really couldn't go anywhere after Spikes.
And that was another run with Levance Bratton, and he had the touchdown earlier for Akron East. Second and 10. Ingram in the shotgun again. He's going to try and throw this time. Pump fake towards the near side. Pressure in the pocket. Rolls towards the near side. Just a little dump off, and it's going to work for them. And again, it's Bratton. And I believe, they're going to get a first down here.
And it really feels like just when the Bengals sort of get any sort of pressure, he's just being able to evade it. And it's a nice dump off there, so. Just finds the open man. And
we have a Bengal down.
Yeah, there's a Bengal down. Not sure who that is.
And we'll try to identify who it is. It's going to be Javion Levitt. He looks to be all right, walking off on his own power. But a fresh set of downs for Akron East. I feel like you got to have one of those big pick sixes or something right now to really get the momentum going. It feels kind of dead in here. And with a 1-point ball game, you need the energy up. You need to get the momentum in this game with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left. That's a lot of time for Akron East to get on the board once again. And if the Bengals fail to do so, they could find themselves in some trouble.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Pat. And, you know, it just feels like the Bengals really have to get a stop here just because of how the offense has been moving.
They're going to run towards the near side. Nowhere to go.
It's
Owen Slems takes the legs out. And that is going to be a loss. Now, I believe they're just going to mark it. Yeah, a loss. So 2nd and 14.
And that's a heck of a job by him and Dontrell Wilson. I mean, Dontrell just absolutely smokes the blocker and allows Slems to sort of slip under and makes a really nice open field tackle, not letting him go anywhere, just grabs his leg. And
oh, my goodness. I just have to point out the Cavs were down like 15, 10 points when I last checked, and I just looked, and we are up 10 now, so that's great.
You know, that's kind of like when you go to the bathroom when you're at a restaurant, you come back and your food's
food's
sitting
there.
on the table. You know what movie's that from? You get the ref?
I don't.
Okay.
But I do agree that is a good comparison. Mr. Devers, of course, he gets every reference. Not sure what time he has on his hands to watch all these movies. Thrown over the middle, incomplete, 3rd and 14. So now, again, on 3rd and 14.
Me and Mr. Devers just bonding over that reference.
Yeah,
man. Really
I know.
got
Just
that.
loving it. A big 3rd and 14. Obviously, last time the Bengals had Akron East on a 3rd and long. They were unable to stop them. And you got to take advantage when you have a 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think right here, Pat, I don't think the Bengals are going to bring so much pressure on this 3rd down.
Because then you kind of open up that QB run that they've succeeded on so many times.
I think they're going to sort of play a kind of a shell where, and yeah, you
throw
see
here,
Ashke
double pump fake, near side, picked off, but a flag comes in. Tremel Reese came down with it. Oh, my goodness, there could be some pass interference here, which, oh, my goodness.
And that's,
I believe Reese pushed off.
yeah, I'm not sure, Pat. Yeah, though.
Oh,
Yep.
my gosh.
And that's another missed opportunity for the
Yeah,
Bengals. We get another
it
look at
is.
it here, and, you know, it seemed like he had good coverage the whole time, and really don't see what happens other than him diving for the ball.
But you see that
he was on the
Wharton was on the
so-
ground, so it's pretty self-explanatory there. And a fresh set of downs for Akron East. The Bengals giving them too many opportunities.
Yeah, and I mean,
Penalty yards in this game are that'll be our Ask Wally. When was the
Yeah.
last time there was a playoff game with this many combined penalty yards?
I don't know. Ask Wally. Man, I love the Ask Wallies every week. Just, it's a delight.
Run this time. Reese and Eschke wrap him up, but not before he picks up about 6 yards. 2nd down.
And it is sort of demoralizing a little bit too, Pat, because, you know, you get these guys in really long 3rd downs where it's an obvious passing down, you know, but you just can't stop them, and then you got to come back out for another play. You know, you think you're getting off the field, and instead it's a new set of downs.
Well, we have almost 370 people watching, at least on YouTube. I know a bunch more on Boxcast as well. We thank you guys for sharing your Halloween with us.
It's just been a very interesting game.
Whirlwind of a game. Unbelievable.
Pat, I really have to say, I really like the intro with all the
little Halloween references. Yeah.
Even the ghosts of Gridiron's past won't be missing this one. Heck yeah.
Little screen pass, and the Bengals wrap it up quickly. So now another 3rd down opportunity. Loss of yardage on that play as it was complete to Emmanuel Jefferson. And now it's 3rd and 8.
And that's just
Here
such
we go.
a nice job by the Bengals to slip through tackles and get through that screen. But, you know, it's almost like they didn't have any blocking down the field. They pretty much just had 3 guys coming right at him and 1 blocker to 10 to 4 guys.
So now 3rd and 8, another big opportunity for the Bengals defense. You think Akron East can still punt from this positioning on the field? Although, at what point, if you're Akron East, you start going for it? I don't think just yet, but this clock continues to wind down.
Yeah, I think, Pat, and, obviously we know their special teams kicker really was not the greatest, or, had some issues, so we'll see how that impacts things, too.
To throw again, almost sacked. They're going to go over the middle, and it's caught. Dragged down here by Owen Slems, but Anthony Felding barely hangs on, and another first down for Akron East.
And just man-to-man coverage and sort of get separation there. Nice job of staying calm by Ingram, and he just delivers a strike. Really, Owen Slems didn't really have any help in the middle of the field there, and tough play, but, really nice pitching catch, and kind of got to give credit where credit's due.
And 2 big 3rd down conversions from Akron East, setting themselves up, trying to score and take the lead back. And time starts to become an aspect here. The snap, handoff towards the near side. That's a good run. He gets a block. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Emmanuel Jefferson has given the Dragons the lead.
And they've kind of set that up the whole game, and I was kind of thinking in my head if they were going to run something else out of it, sort of maybe like they were going to swing them out left or swing them out right, but no, they just ran the same sort of inside zone that they've been running all the time. It's kind of like what you see from Lamar Jackson with that system, and except it really is not a rate option. They're just, giving him the ball.
Without a doubt, Akron East is going for 2, trying to put them up 7. Ingram in the shotgun, looks to throw towards the near side. He's got a man, but it's through his hands. So this will remain a 5-point game. And it seems really whoever gets the last score here is going to win the game.
Yeah, I think so, Pat. I really think that was a pivotal missed opportunity for Akron East there, because if the Bengals do score a touchdown, they could, just with an extra point, put it up to a 3-point game.
And we know that kickoff returns have been such a big relying piece for Benedictine so far this season, but with the way that they're kicking off, it's not really possible.
It is a bit tough, and the Bengals sort of set up this bunch formation out in the middle of the field on kick returns, and then kind of make a hole almost like an offensive line, and they really can't do that when it's so much commotion with that sort of squib kick.
Yeah.
I think you really gotta get Gio going on this drive. So you do have a good amount of, you have 6 minutes to go, and you do have all 3 timeouts. So that's, it's time's not really a factor. But
But you got to think the way that the offense has been moving, they haven't really been in the red zone. The one touchdown came off of, honestly, just a kind of a lucky break free there by John Jones. He obviously did a very good job, but the Bengals haven't really been moving the ball, putting a good drive
That's
together.
what I was kind of getting at. You try to be a little too methodical sometimes, and you run the ball on 3rd and 5, and all of a sudden you got a punt again.
Another squib kick. Bengals have some trouble, but they are able to take it in. Tripped up is Zion Walker.
That's kind of best case scenario if you're the Bengals, because you do get really good field position. I'm not sure if they're going for a sort of onside kick or what the deal is with that, but you really do get.
But you got to feel decent about this because they're starting at the 38-yard line. That's the risk you take with the squib kick.
But I think you feel good if you're the Bengals, just because any little bit helps, I think, at this point. And I'd be interested to see. They still have not gotten Jonathan Spikes involved in the game plan offensively, and I think if you need a spark here, you got to go to that sort of, it's kind of like this release and then flat to the outside. And, I can't think of a time when it hasn't gone for more than 10 yards.
All right, Campo in the shotgun first play. He's going to try and throw. He's got a man. It's Tremel Reese. Barely caught. He's going to stay on his feet and get a first down. He keeps going, spinning out of more tackles. He's going to get all the way to the East 45. Trevell Reese with a really nice job, and now he's hurt.
I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a catch there. Sort of digs it out of the ground,
Yeah.
makes one man miss, makes another guy miss, and that's a heck of a run after catch. And we were kind of talking about this. You got to get it into the hands of your, of your playmakers. You not so much. A lot of big plays come from, a 5-yard pass and then a 20-yard run after the catch.
He seems to be in a lot of pain now.
Yeah, not really ideal. And Jamal Reese is just getting up. Let's hope he's okay.
Slow to walk off the field, but he looks to be okay. Hope to see him back on the field in this game. Obviously a crucial part of this Benedictine offense. So a 1st and 10 for Benedictine. Jeremiah Krieger back in the game. Him and Livingston here on this near side. But now you're down some of your best wide receivers in Jones and, not Jones, Reese and Antoine Smith. Campo to throw again. He's going to go towards the near side. Caught by Jeremiah Krieger. Nice job going up to get it. He was hit pretty big, but that's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards. Bengals finally throwing the ball here, and a nice 5-yard pickup there makes it 2nd and 5.
Another kind of high throw there by Campo on that curl or whatever you want to call it, and nice play there by Krieger to haul that one in. But it's a little bit dangerous there because you have guys behind sort of in that zone.
Yeah, you miss that throw, it's a pick.
Yeah, and even if that goes off his hand, something wonky could happen. And
we've seen it happen against VASJ. That one, Antoine Smith just kind of
glanced off,
basically taken from him. Campo rolling to the far side. He's going to try and throw again. This time he's going to run, and he's kind of dragged down. I don't know. No flags. Almost looked like a face mask there, kind of wrapped around his neck. That's going to set up a 3rd and 2.
And now I think you kind of get back to the run game here. Just get the first down. Make sure you get the first down here. Not not try to get too cute. Well, we've seen that a little bit in past games when they try to push the ball down the field and it's a 3rd and short or a 4th and short. And there is an element they might be guessing run, so you might be able to trick them.
Motion from Spikes. Run with Forte, and he's tripped up. He's going to be short.
And it really has not looked like the Bengals have clicked offensively. I mean, you kind of see it here. He kind of
just stuffed.
Yeah, and it's looked a little wonky on the give a little bit there. Kind of really shoved it into his pad, but
biggest play of the game could really determine it. We have whistles and a timeout taken by Akron East.
That's their last timeout.
I guess they feel they don't need it at this point because they think this play is going to determine the game.
Well, Pat, I mean, still three timeouts for the Bengals, and if they don't get it, I'm not saying it's an easy route to a win, but
there's a chance.
Yeah, I think a first down here is really critical.
Absolutely have to get it.
I think the play call here is even more difficult just because, do you?
Well, I mean, Akron East is so good up front.
Yeah, and it's just tough.
After the first couple of runs with Forte, they haven't really let much go.
And yeah, that's what I was getting at, Pat. It's been tough sledding, and but the pass game, it's kind of tough. I think here again, I've been saying it all game, but you got to give it to your guy Jonathan Spikes, who's really been super.
Well, you got a 4th and really short. I wouldn't even be surprised to see a QB sneak situation going for Benedictine, but that has not worked as well as I think they hoped it has.
But it is. I mean, is it at the 4? Is the down
Well,
at the 40?
You could see.
I mean, I don't know if you want to try that just because Campo's he's not the biggest guy in the world, and you know, everybody gets stuffed.
Here we go. Biggest play of the game. Campo's going to be lined up in the shotgun here. The snap. It's going to be a handoff with Caden Forte, and he's not going to get it. Turnover on downs.
That's a huge play by Akron East. And nothing else to say other than that's a great play. And just kind of got to hope that the Bengals can get a stop here.
Got to do it quick.
Great time to call your ride. Please call your ride.
And you could have almost ran a sort of a read option look there where, you know, you're not being so.
I mean, they had it covered completely.
Yeah, I think you kind of guessed run there. That's why I was kind of insinuating that you might want to pass. But, I mean, there's a guy that's just wide open on the near side. And
We have
why? And they just burned a timeout.
oh, my goodness.
And they.
Benedictine takes their first timeout.
And that's a critical mistake. That really can't. I mean, that's.
Yeah, just kind of at a loss for words is, you know, 4th and really short, and Akron East didn't let the Bengals get anywhere.
Yeah.
Probably lost yardage there.
Yeah, I would agree, but just a little too predictable on 3rd and 4th down. I think if you know you're going for it on 4th down, why not try to pass the ball on 3rd? One of the downs, but I mean, got to kind of give credit where credit's due, and Akron East did a really nice job of swallowing that up.
It's going to be Ingram in the shotgun, takes the snap, hand off, and they're going to get a bunch of yardage on the near side. They're going to get a first down, and he might be able to go. Nice move there to get past Antoine Livingston. It's Will Eschke that made a diving tackle, but that's a game changer.
That might do it there, Pat.
And at this point, Benedictine needs to force some kind of mistake. And we've been saying it all season. You really hope that your lack of offense, your inconsistent offense, doesn't cost you. And it's kind of costing them in the biggest stage right here tonight. You really should have been able to put up more points than just 7 tonight against, you know, this Akron East team who's good, but hasn't quite played the schedule that Benedictine has played. You know, very winnable game, but putting up 7 points realistically is not going to get the job done.
No.
The defense, you know, 12 points is not bad at all, but.
No, I don't think you could ask anything else from the defense. I mean, they played an incredible game, but I think you really, really nailed it there, Pat. And you got to sort of guess run here, Pat. I would run commit if I was the Bengals, just for the sole fact that, I mean, they're trying to run.
They took another timeout.
You know.
So they just have 1 left now.
Still with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, so there's some time on the clock. But down in the red zone like this, I don't really have confidence that the Akron kicker could make a field goal. And man, it's tough. I'll tell you what, I think my player of the game for Akron East has to be Emmanuel Jefferson, number 1. Smaller
There's a
guy,
couple different guys. I mean, look at number 21, Terrell Wharton. He had a pick, almost another one, but, you know, just called back.
Well, my only reason is just, I mean, he's really come up when they needed him most. A big touchdown run, and then, you know, that huge play right there really flipped the script. And he's been kind of all over the field. He's played really well in coverage, and I think he's. I mean, they have him listed as a wide receiver, but I think they've running back and DB, but line him up at wide receiver, and I mean, really, he's done it all for him.
2nd and 9. 2nd and 10 now. 2:43 left in the game. Bengals trying to make something happen. Boy, a first-round loss would be heartbreaking. The snap, they're going to run the ball again. And again, the Bengals just having trouble bringing them down. Eventually, Kellen Donnelly, I believe, in there first. Now it's 3rd and 5. So you have to get a stop here. But at this point, how much time are you going to have left?
Yeah.
And they're going to have 2 downs to get this because I doubt they're going to kick a field goal.
I doubt that you try it, but I think this is here when you got a run commit. I think you send, I don't want to say 9 guys in the box, but, I mean, you might have to. You might have to run a lot of guys in the box here. You bring down Donnelly and put Eschke and whoever your other guy is in.
And the quarterback keeper, they're going to get the first down, and the ball's out! Oh, my goodness! They're going to say he was down. But it's going to be... Did he get in the end zone?
No, he's going to be
So
just
first
short.
and goal, that might as well do it.
Yeah.
First and goal.
And they're gonna put Shepard Charlton in the game, try to.
But at this point, you don't have enough time.
You know, something wonky happens, you never know, but
Got to punch the ball out.
it definitely does not look promising. Best case scenario, you punch the ball out, you get a touchback.
Yeah.
Something.
I believe we have a flag on the play.
Kind of backs him up a little bit, but doesn't do a ton.
Sideline warning against the Dragons. That'll be their first.
So a sideline warning against Akron East.
Now with just over a minute left, I think you're kind of right here, Pat. I don't think there's too much you could do unless you get a scoop and score.
Crazier things have happened.
True.
The snap, they're going to run the ball. Big hit, but they're going to get in for the touchdown.
And that is the dagger.
Levance Bratton continues his impressive night, his 2nd touchdown. And he puts the nail in the coffin. The Bengals season is going to come to an end tonight. And the Bengals fail to make it to November this season. It's a heartbreaker. We talked about the lack of offense all season. We talked about the defense saving them. And it's showing on the brightest stage tonight.
Yeah, there's really no other way to put it. I mean, yeah.
So it's going to be a PAT, and it's up, and they actually got that one. It is good. So I guess technically not impossible for the Bengals to come back. It would take a miracle, though. Got to get a kickoff return touchdown here first.
Well, at least somebody's positive.
There it is.
Wow.
Well, the Bengals finished 8-2 in the regular season. Same as last year. They finished undefeated on the road, same as last year. But just unfortunate that, well, obviously on the road now, so not finishing undefeated on the road in total, but highest kick of the night. Takes a weird bounce. Eschke's going to take it in. Tries for the outside, but a nice hit. Bengals are going to be starting here at the 36-yard line. They got 55 seconds. They've got to score 12 points here.
I think you just kind of have to take
Deep shots and
Yeah,
then onside
spray.
kick. Something crazy.
I mean, just comes down to the offense not being able to move the ball, and that's just been the story of the year. And obviously, you know, difficult way to go out and bearing a miracle.
And we have whistles.
That's going to be a false start, I'd guess.
I didn't see a flag.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the defense. Not sure what the...
I feel like this has been a common theme all season, just refs taking complete control of the game.
Oh. Really?
A lot to say down here.
Oh.
So it'll be 1st and 5. And it did come down to that 4th and 1. Bengals couldn't convert on. All right, Campo will roll towards the near side. He's just going to throw on the run, and it's going to be picked. Oh, no, dropped.
Yeah, nearly intercepted.
And there's your player of the game, Emmanuel Jefferson.
And again, I mean, he's just been all over the field and kind of a do-it-all guy for them. Nothing to say other than just kind of a heartbreaker here. And really, it's just been scoring in the 4th quarter for the Red Dragons, but really interesting. I don't know what to say.
Campo, pressure in the pocket. He just has to get it out. It's complete to Caden Forte. He gets a first down and a lot more. It's a really nice pickup from Caden Forte. And you got to wonder, where was that all game?
I don't know, Pat. Your good as his guess. Your guess is as good as mine. But I mean, maybe a little too predictable at times for Benedictine, but
Going to spike it here. That'll make it 2nd and 10. 34 seconds left. Well, we'll take this time to say we've had an incredible season of broadcasts here on the BSBN. We introduced new replay system this year. We've really done a lot. Did 9 out of 10 regular season games here on the road for the playoffs. And none of this would be possible without the support that we get from everybody watching at home. So thank you to you guys sincerely from us here. Again, none of this would have been possible without you. So the support all season long has been incredible. I can't pull the throw. He's just going to throw it out of there. I think it was caught. No, incomplete. It was intended for John Jones. That'll make it 3rd and 10 with 28 seconds left. I'd like to thank Mr. Bucci here for being my partner this season.
no, thanks for having me, Pat.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Let's just Titanic this one out.
I don't know about all that. But
Get it, you know, the end when the old people
Yeah.
are just, do you get the end? You know, when the ship is sinking.
Yep. Mhm.
Metaphorically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a heartbreaker to end the season, but I mean, still a very good season from Benedictine if you think about it. I mean, a big statement win over St. Ignatius, a big statement win. I mean, NDCL, we were on top of the world.
Yeah, and they really looked good. Oh, hello.
There goes Campo. He's just going to fall down. 4th down now. 17 seconds left, and
They'll take the last
yeah,
time
they'll
out.
use the last timeout. A lot to build on for next season. You lose some key parts of this team for sure, but it could be much, much worse on who the Bengals are graduating. If you really think about it, I mean, you're losing Luke Carlton, but obviously the Bengals were without him for the majority of the season because he tore his ACL, and that was obviously a big blow for Benedictine.
Yeah,
and you lose a lot of leaders on the team, but you're bringing back a lot, which is a positive.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right, Pat. And after losing Carlton, I think the offense definitely lost a lot of momentum because you just don't realize how much Carlton really does for the offense. And heartbreaker losing him, and
It's going to be tough to lose John Jones and Jonathan Spikes as well.
yeah, for sure. I mean, two really key players, obviously Jonathan Spikes, and I mean, I can't begin to tell you how important Sean O'Connell was to this team.
Absolutely. That's going to be caught by Tremel Reese. Good to see him back out there. He's just going to fall down. 10 seconds left. Bengals are running the hurry up. But again, like, not sure where this offense is all of a sudden coming from. Really, too little, too late.
Well, I mean, they're just, I mean,
I guess Akron East is kind of taking the foot off the gas.
yeah, and I mean, they're playing a huge cushion, and I think another.
Uh-oh. We put the victory up on the screen with 6 seconds left.
And I think a huge part, too, is just how much offensive line you're losing. I mean, Max Lozier, Braylon Rose, Shepard, and Pazmino, obviously. And, I mean,
losing Pat Shea, which is tough.
yeah, he's really, I mean, he was a guy that, could come in and play valuable time. And, I mean, it's rough losing him. And, man, it's just a brutal way to end the season. And you really got to feel for these guys.
Campo somehow not sacked, just throws it out. 1 second left, and they just let the clock run out, and that's going to do it for the ball game. The final score tonight, the 6th-seeded Akron East Dragons defeat the 11th-seeded Benedictine Bengals and take the win tonight from Ellet Community Learning Center. We'll step aside. The final score, Akron East 19, Benedictine 7. No, he can. We welcome you back to Ellet Community Learning Center, where the final score tonight is Akron East 19, Benedictine 7. The Bengals eliminated tonight in heartbreaking fashion. Well, Luca, that's going to do it for our coverage this season. It's been incredible. Thank you so much for joining me this year. Thank you to our entire crew, and we're going to tell you about our crew tonight. Our scoreboard and graphics, Will Lloyd, our director, switcher, Mr. Brian Devers, our audio, Devin Heston, our commercials, Ryan Huggins, our replay, Scotty Wojtasik, our cameras, Quentin Triplett, John Queener, Vince Nixon, James Wincata, Jeremiah Whitby, and Kendall Harris, and Clayton Oliver, and Kyle McNeely. So we'd like to thank our entire outstanding crew for an incredible season of Benedictine football. That is going to put a wrap on it, Luca. Obviously a bit of a heartbreaker, but you gotta just take a second and reflect on what was generally a good season.
Yeah, I mean, agree. It just tough to lose like that, obviously first round, and man, just kind of speechless, just heartbreaker.
So that's going to do it for our coverage tonight from Ellet. Thank you so much for spending your Halloween with us. Until next time, Patrick Lloyd, Luca Bucci signing off. So long, everybody. Go Bengals.